Hello everyone, and welcome to another vlog episode. I know that I've been out for about a week now, and I really should have been updating as I was at my event, but I didn't. No, I'm sorry. But things were happening, and then it was late, and I was tired, and anyway. So, for those of you who don't know, I was at Board Game Geeks Con in Dallas, Texas over the past week, and I was actually promoting, for the first time with an actual product, I was promoting Dark Legacy under the Upper Deck umbrella. And so I was lucky enough to be flown out there so that I could really give people an idea of what's going to come and stuff like that. And so it was really cool to be, you know, like the guest of honor, I guess, at the booth. It was really cool to actually go, look, you know, I created this thing and I've been promoting it on my own, and then Upper Deck picked it up, and now we're getting really close to debuting this thing. And even though we're a lot closer, it still seems like it's so far away. But I mean, these are the first steps. I mean, there was a banner and there were actual demo cards. So it was a first printing of like, this is what it will look like, but always had to give a disclaimer that, you know, everything is subject to change, so don't take what you see as law. Make sure that, you know, it's just play the game, enjoy the game, and stuff like that. So it was really cool. And so there's a little, you know, as you can see, the pictures that are flowing through and stuff, and little videos about being there and watching a studio mate of mine by the name of J.R. Bontrager, who is fantastic person, game designer, 3D sculptor. If you don't know him, definitely go check him out. I'll put some links in the comments below, or in the description below, so you can go check him out. Real great guy, came out to help me out. So that was really nice. And while I was there, it was kind of interesting because there wasn't a lot that we had to show off. So I was given the idea to actually put my work up, which I had, and as soon as I put the art down, then people really started coming by. They're like, oh wow, the art's really nice, and who did this? And I was like, oh, I did it. They're like, oh, you're an artist for Upper Deck. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I actually created this game. And then, you know, everything went really well from there when I was able to show the art, and they're like, hey, look, I'm an artist and I'm the designer, and it's, you know, look at all this stuff going on. And so they were really willing to talk to me and stuff, so that was really cool. And because I was able to put my work there, I figured what better way to entice people to show up and look at the game and art than to actually do live stuff. And so that's when I started doing some videos. Alright, I did some illustrations that I was doing, and I made sure to record them so that I could show you guys. So I'll put those up here so you can see them. And you know, the one thing that I really got out of going to this convention for the past couple days was two things. One, I really do enjoy talking to people. You know, being able to see them and talk to them so they get to see my enthusiasm about the things that I do and what I want to try and portray. And then I obviously talk far too long. You know, I always feel like I'm rambling, and then afterwards I'm always apologizing for taking so long in answering questions and stuff. But so far people think that, I guess it's endearing, I don't know, but they keep coming back to come talk to me, which is really nice. And then, you know, to have this connection with people who hopefully in the future will be fans of my game and my artwork and stuff like that, and to show them that I am just a person, you know, and I do want to talk to them, which seems to kind of get lost from a lot of people. I mean, you know, you go to Artist Alley, people really want to talk to you because they really want your money. But if you come talk to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, I would love for you to buy something from me as well, but I'd rather talk to you. And I've talked to many people, and then they apologize for not buying anything. I was like, I didn't talk to you because I wanted you know, for you to feel guilty about not buying anything. I want to talk to you because you seem like a cool person, and maybe eventually you'll find something you do want, you know, later on down the road. And so that connection that I had with people just seems like they're going to really want to support me later on when the game comes out. So that was really nice to to be able to talk to people and make a lot of connections, which was really cool. And the other one is also based around connections, but it was to make professional connections, so networking and being able to see these people who I don't know. I didn't know any of them except for one. I did know one. Eric Lane came by, and I met him a couple years ago at Gen Con, and we were both industry insiders, so it was really cool to catch up with him and see that he's still cranking out work and being awesome. And so, being able to see him and talk to him for a little bit was really cool. But on the other hand, once again, getting to know new people and seeing these people who are enthusiastic and these independent gamers who are creating new stuff, and they're like, man, look, we did this. It's like, oh, that's really cool. And they come talk to me, and they're like, you actually have done this before. What is your advice? Do you have any advice? Stuff like that. So being able to go in and network with some of these people was the absolute highlight of the convention, because now I have people for the future that I can talk to and bounce ideas off of, be inspired by. So it's really cool to go to these conventions, especially ones that you haven't been to, so that you can actually meet people. But what I've realized, teaching students and trying to get students to go to conventions and stuff like that, the one thing that I've noticed is that most people just don't want to talk to another person. They're all in their lane. They're like, I want to pick up this, or I want to buy that, or I want to stand in line, but they won't talk to anyone. And that's really sad, because you never know who's next to you. You never know who might be able to give you that break or give you that inspiration that you need. So if you're ever at a convention, you're waiting in line, turn around and say hi to the person behind you, and start a conversation with them, because you never know. They might be important, or they might be helpful. They might not be important as far as the industry and whatnot, and they're going, oh, this person's really famous, but they would be able to help you out. And so you never know. So the best thing to do is actually talk to people. Once we can get past that barrier of, oh my goodness, they might not like me, or they might be rude to me. Once we get past that, then we'll be able to make bigger and better connections, and I think a lot more people will become a lot more successful if we just start talking to each other. And so my advice to everyone is just to say hi. A lot of people ask me, they're like, how do you start one of these conversations, and how do you not come across as being pushy or creepy or stuff like that? And I always said that it's very simple. You say, hi, how are you doing? And that does two things. It lets them know that you want to talk, and two, it lets you know if they want to talk, because if they grunt at you or don't answer, then you turn back around and leave them alone. But once again, you'll never know unless you try. And so the best thing to do is actually ask how they're doing, or tell them, hey, anything, just something, an icebreaker to get them to start talking to you. Because if I hadn't been the type of person who went and talked to people, I wouldn't have been able to make the connections that I make, or that I have made. And so once again, just go off and say hi. I can't say it enough to people, especially to young people. They're always self-conscious about what people think and what people are going to say. But in the long scheme of things, you might never see that person again, or they might become your best friend for life, but you'll never know unless you actually say something. So definitely make sure that you say hi to people, because it will be beneficial, I guarantee it. Let's see, what else can I tell you about BGG Con? The highlight of that convention was definitely the Grand Hyatt. The hotel that I stayed in was absolutely phenomenal. So if you ever go to DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, and you're at the airport and you're looking for a hotel, definitely go to the Grand Hyatt. It was absolutely fantastic. The customer service was beyond what it probably should be. I mean, a great example of that is they had cookies out, and it was like oatmeal raisin almond cookie, and the concierge offered it to me, and I was like, look, I really appreciate the offer, but I can't because I'm allergic to nuts. She felt so bad about that we had gone to the convention, and when JR and myself came back, she flagged me down and was like, whoa, come here. And I was like, yeah, what's going on? And she's like, look, I felt really bad, and so I talked to our pastry chef, and was trying to see if they had any cookies that don't have nuts and stuff like that. And she was worried about cross contamination, and so you know what? She just made these dulce de leche brownies for you special, and she made these like super chocolate brownies just for me because I had a nut allergy. It was absolutely fantastic. They helped us out on everything, and if you need to go around the airport and go to a different terminal, they have an Escalade just to transport people around. You just got to ask for it. So if you're going to be at Dallas DFW and you're going to stay stay at a hotel at the airport, definitely go to the Grand Hyatt. It is well worth it. Their gym is amazing. It even has a steam room. I mean, it's just on and on and on the stuff goes, and it is well worth it. I cannot praise them enough. They made that trip, so it was really cool to have a hotel that was really cool. So definitely check them out. It's well worth it. Yeah, okay, let's see, what else? Anything else happened that was... Oh, yes, one thing. Also, if you're looking to go to Dallas, Fort Worth, be on the lookout for Action Jackson and his brother, Action Jackson #2. They're called something else, but oh my goodness, they both look like action figures. They were huge. I mean, I've never seen a TSA guy like super jacked like that. The guy's arm was as big as my leg. And, it's like, you need to get those shirts tailored, man, because they are too tight. I mean, it was like, it was cutting off circulation to his arm. It was really weird. But they were the nicest people, but they were super big. And I even asked one of them, I was like, hey, does anyone ever give you any flack in TSA? And they're like, no, it's normally pretty calm when we're around. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty fun trip. Got to go and hang out with a good friend, meet some new friends, and really promote the game, which was really cool. So it's getting close, guys. And I want to thank everyone for all the support that they've given me over the years for Dark Legacy, and to see this come to an end where it's gonna hit the stores in a couple of months. So it's scheduled for August of next year, and from what I'm told, they're gonna do something big. I don't know, as always, stuff changes, but they're saying in 9 months it's supposed to come out, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But the fact that it is really coming to a head, and we are coming to the grand reveal under this humongous company that is getting it into all stores around the US, and if it does well, it'll go over to Europe and Asia and stuff like that. And that's I don't even know what to do with that. But thank you again for all the support for Dark Legacy, and I hope that once this game comes out and I find some more time and I decide to make another game, that you guys will support that as well. But as of right now, I'm super tired, and I'm going to go ahead and call this one, and I will see you guys at the next video.